Yes, how are you guys doing today? Wonderful. Your breakdown is actually setting you up for a breakthrough. Your breakthrough is around the corner. So remember that. Remember, we live in a space of dualities. Harmony must be maintained at a state of equilibrium in the multiverse state of being. So take note that you're on your way to manifesting your best life. Now, some things that you must be aware of to know how manifesting really works. And the universe is not a person or a thing that understands our language. It understands our feelings and emotions and what we focus on. Our subconscious mind can understand language, but our subconscious mind works in tandem with the universe, with the field. So it takes our language and it materializes it or dematerializes it into a state of frequency or energy. Now remember something, guys. What changes our language and our frequency? Our beliefs. So what we believe, we will achieve. A belief is very powerful. It's the starting force to bring anything into physical existence. You hear the saying, right? What you're looking for is looking for you. What you're seeking is seeking you, right? We've all heard that before. So what you want to do, you want to really change that now. You want to become, what you're focusing on is focusing on you, so that you can actually manifest it or bring it into your physical reality. Remember, the language we use can be misleading to our unconscious mind. So it takes everything literal. So what you're looking for means you're looking for something that's not already there. Everything is in the here and now. So keep that in mind. So when you go, what you're focusing on is focusing on you. Now you're locked in with entanglement. The entanglement is the process that takes the physical stuff, the non-physical, the career, the job, the money, and it converts it to be locked within inside of you so that you can manifest or achieve whatever you want in your life. That's the real secret there. So when you're focusing on something, the key aspect of focusing on something is whatever you're focusing on, it have to belong to you already. You don't want to focus on something and take it from you and say, well, you know, one day I'll get that, or I hope to have that, that will be mine. No, it's already yours, and it's lining up. The name of the game is you're lining up to receive what's already yours. That's the real secret there. It's not, I am creating an avenue. I am working really hard to achieve what I want. You're lining yourself up. You know, okay, the next one I get, you know, Mark, you have to do work to manifest what you want. Yes, you have to do work to manifest what you want. But it's called smart work. It's not hard work. Hard work is a product of the matrix. What's your definition of hard work? Hard work is if you are expending more energy than you're conserving, you're in hard work. Your energy have to be at a state of equilibrium. It means that what you put out, you must not feel drained. If you're feeling drained manifesting what you want, you're in the wrong frequency. Okay? Think about this. Go back into your life and think of the most extraordinary things that occurred in your life. How they all seem to fit and fall into place. Most of the stuff you get, you didn't have to do a lot of hard work. It kind of just fell into your lap. It kind of worked out. Remember those times? That's manifesting right there. That's the state you have to develop. And yes, you can develop it because it's already built internally inside of you. It is your natural vibratory state. It's just something you have to relearn to get out of it. I want to repeat this because it's so important, man. To know when you are on the right track to manifest is the energy you put out you don't feel drained, congratulations, you'll get what you want. The energy you put out and you feel drained and exhausted after it, anything, work, family, friends, thinking of your desires, it is not the way you are built. That is the matrix mentality. That is taking you to a lower state of consciousness. That is a low vibration pattern. See? So this is why I always talk about, and I say to you, peace, neutrality. If you keep neutral, you will get what you want. Let's talk about the reason why people don't implement this. It's because it's something that we were conditioned. We were led to believe that we have to put out a lot to get a lot. You don't have to do that. Think about it. Why would you have to put out a lot to get a lot? That could only mean, if you're putting out a lot to get a lot, it could only mean we live in limitation. Because you're trying to get it before everybody else get it. So it's limited. So first come, first serve. That's a limitation world. We don't live in a limitation universe. You do know that, right? You know the universe is infinite. So we got to throw that one out the book. You don't need to put out a lot to get a lot. Because it's already there. All you got to do is put out what makes you feel good. All you got to do is focus on what makes you feel good. Peace and neutrality. Got to do is imagine what it would look like to have what you would have. Does that take a lot of energy? Is that draining you? I don't think so. If it's not draining you, it's manifesting you. If it's draining you, it's running away from you. So we have been conditioned to go and chase and run after and work hard. Okay? I'm here to tell you and to show you a new perspective on how life works and how the universe works. That you don't have to go that route. You can go that route if you want to, because it's a universe that has every different reality that is open. There's a reality where you can go do some crazy hard work and manifest what you want. But keep in mind, there's also a reality that you don't have to do crazy hard work. You can just chill, work smart, put the energy in, the correct energy, put the right repetition in, and it'll fall right into your lap. So each person have to examine what their bodies are telling them, what their vibration is telling them. I mean, if you think about it, the game is really simple. Let me put to you how the universe works. I'm going to make it in an everyday language for you. Let me see the best way I can make it work for you. Okay, let's say you have your grandfather, right? And one day, say your grandfather, you're like 17 years old, and your grandfather is like in his 70s, and you're sitting down one day talking with your grandfather or your grandmother, and you're asking them questions, and you're saying, hey man, tell me about what it was like in your time and da-da-da. You know, some of the things your grandfather and grandmother will tell you, you won't understand it. Because you're like 17 years old, and they got like 50, 60 years on you. So they have what? A lot of experience. So some things they'll tell you, you'll be like, oh, okay. And then you'll say, well, it's not like that anymore. And your grandfather will say, you know, you should do this, you should do that. But being 17 years old, you're like, yeah, but you know, your mind is young, your ego is there, it thinks it knows all, it's power, it says, I know all everything. Well, the universe is like your grandmother or your grandfather. You see, with the universe, like, go back again. So if you notice your grandmother or your grandfather, at that particular age they're at, it's like they don't really care anymore. Like nothing bothers them too much. You ever notice that? They're more nonchalant, they're more relaxed. You never wonder why you see the older people, they're more chilled and relaxed, and they're just, because they have learned a lot. They have experience. They kind of know how the world turns and how it goes. And sometimes they know so much. The reason they keep quiet is because they don't want, if they tell you, it may make you go crazy, because the world is not the way you were taught it is. So they just chill and relax. Well, that's the universe. So how the universe works That's our universe. See that? Somebody say, well, they gave up because no more energy. Well, it's not that they give up. It's that they're in a state of peace and neutrality, because they don't need to expend energy, because they've already seen it, been it, done it. And now they're in a state of just accepting and going with the flow. Well, let's put it on a universal scale. In the universe knows everything. So when you pop into the universe and your ego comes with you, the universe is not going to sit there like your grandparents. The universe plays a different game. Your grandparents will tell you stuff. The universe just have all the knowledge, right? I have all the universe is going to look to you and say, what do you want? The universe is not going to tell you how to play the game. The universe is not going to tell you that you got no game. The universe will just look at you and say, we look at you stupid, actually. Just say, what are you doing? Now, if the universe could talk, then the universe would say to you now, it says, this is the universe language. This is what the universe exactly say to you. It's not my fault you don't have game. It's not my fault you don't know how to get what you want. It's not my fault that you keep struggling. If the universe could talk. And then you might go to the universe and say, what do you mean it's not your fault? You're the universe. The universe says, you're speaking to the wrong man or the wrong woman. I'm just a supplier. What do you mean? I'm just a supplier of all your goods and services. I'm the warehouse. I have every single thing that you desire or everything you could ever want in your life. It's here for you. So you are talking to the wrong man or woman. Okay, then who do I need to talk to, man? Universe, what's going on? Who do I need to tell? The universe won't even tell you who you need to talk to. It's just going to say, you got to go figure that out. I got infinite orders to process, so go take your time and go figure it out. So most of us, we spend our time trying to talk to the universe, trying to get the universe to give us what we want. But you're talking to something that's not talking to you. It's just a field. It's something that will give you what you want based on another part. It's your subconscious mind. That's the person that you have to get in touch with. Where is the universe? Someone asks me, where is the universe? The universe is inverse. It's inside of us. It's inside, it's projected outside. But because of our belief pattern, we create separation. So what happens is, when someone talks about the universe, they think they are talking to something outside. When you talk to something outside, you create separation. Therefore, you have this distance, you have this thing now. But the universe is really inside of us. It's a field of knowledge and understanding, but we have to use something to decode the knowledge and understanding, which gives us everything. It's our unconscious mind. Our subconscious mind communicates with the supplier, which is the universe, right? And when you go beyond the universe, you get your higher self, which puts everything into play. That's the simplest thing to manifest, right? So the name of the game is really now learning and mastering your subconscious mind so that you can get the game, so the universe can deliver what you want. So the universe would be like this thing, right? You have to have the correct code word. If you have the code word, you go to the door, you knock, he says, okay, inside is everything you ever desire. And the universe is just asking you, okay, what's the code? P9216. No. X1. No, I can't give it to you. Hey man, just let me slide one time. Come on, you're infinite. No. You gotta give me the code to get everything you want. You gotta get the code. So Mark, what is the code to get what you want in the manifesting? Here, there's a couple codes. You got like 5 or 6 codes. Any one of these codes you can use, you can unlock it and give everything you want. The first code, you gotta believe. The second code, your vibration have to be at a neutral stance. The third code, your emotions. Can't get them too high. Can't get them too in a state of anxiousness. Got that? The fourth code, your imagination. Those are codes that will unlock that universe there. That will bring you what you want. See how it works? So once you can start to do that, you'll get what you want. What is the last thing you guys have manifested and received? Someone asked me that. Repeat the codes again. Yes. Imagination, emotions, belief, vibration. Keep your vibration neutral stance. Believe you deserve it. Imagine with repetition it's already yours. Bada bing, bada bang. Someone's asking me, so is there anything beyond the sky, beyond the stars? We don't know that. We have the observable universe where we can see a part of it, and then there's beyond the unobservable universe. But science is telling us that there is more beyond the observable. There's different dimensions that we can't access yet because our senses are limited. But there is a whole multiverse. So we have someone who says manifesting joins states. Manifesting is just a fancy way to say hope and make efforts to gain something. No, actually that's incorrect. That's not what manifesting is. If that was the case, then every single day you're hoping and you're wishing for your cells to multiply, for your cells to divide, for your immune system to work, for your digestion to digest your food. So manifesting is the process where your brain takes information and generates your reality every single moment of time. So I think you got it messed up. So you got to change your way now so you can understand. See how that doesn't make any sense? So if you're saying manifesting is a game of hope and effort, then your brain and your bodily systems are in hope and effort, and it doesn't work that way. Your body and your brain works on a coordinated, creative machine every single nanosecond. So get that out of your mind. That's something else. So now you know, there you go. So now you got the answer. Okay? Yes. What manifesting is, first of all, you cannot not manifest. Okay? So don't let anybody tell you that. Manifesting is hope and effort. No. It's a process where you're continuously rendering information into reality. You can manifest anything. You can manifest to cure yourself. You can manifest to have the money. You can manifest to win the lottery. You can manifest to dream home. It's a process. It is a rendering. Think about a video game. If you're playing a video game, and if you move this way, if you look at the backdrop of the video game, when you move this way, the backdrop disappears out of view so you can see the next field. When you move back, the backdrop reappears. The mountains and the trees reappear. You move out of view, they seem to disappear. It's the same way reality works when you're mad. That's what manifesting. It's your brain receiving information, rendering on the go. That is something that is a continuous process. That's the process of it. Your brain takes cue. Someone's asking me what's the process, so let me explain the process to you. Okay? Listen, you can manifest healing a broken arm. You can manifest curing yourself. It's called the placebo effect. I'm glad you guys are asking these questions because you're learning how things work. So let me show you something about how manifesting work, okay? What's the process? So the process is as follows. Beyond the quantum world, beyond particles, beyond atom, beyond neutron, beyond leptons, okay? Beyond all of that stuff, beyond string theory where they have strings that determines the spin that becomes an electron and a proton and an atom. Beyond that, we have what's called qubits. Qubits are the fabric that make up everything. They are information. That's what the physicists call them, qubits. They are information, right? So these information, they exist in the field, their consciousness. They come in to your brain, and your brain takes qubits, turns the qubits into the electrons, the protons, the atoms, which converts the protons, the electrons to atoms into what we see as physical matter. That process takes place in your brain through electrochemical. First, before it can happen, these protons, electrons, they become energy, wave, plasma. Your body takes photons, light, converts it into electrostimuli. It goes into your nerves, they fire off. You render images that make up your world. The cells inside of your body, they have many antennas on them. These antennas pick up the qubits of information from the field. They come into your cell based on a perception that you render through your consciousness or your imagination. So if you have a broken arm and you have enough belief that your arm is healed, the cells in your body will produce the healing effect. That is called the placebo, which is still a mystery in science. Okay? You following? You understand now? Got it. All right. Okay, we have this person. So actually this person, there is no evidence of antennas on our cells. Okay, so I always tell you guys, if you come into this live, please come in with receipts. So the fact that you're telling me there's no evidence on an antenna on your cells, I am not going to entertain your comment, because obviously you don't have research and you don't know what you're talking about. Okay, every neuroscience, every epidemiologist, everyone knows that our DNA now have antenna-like signals. Some of them are called microtubules, which pick up quantum fluctuations from the field. So please come here with receipts. Don't come here with ignorance. All right, moving on. What do we have next? All right, so let's go back to how it works now. Speaking about the antennas, so let me go more with the antennas, because this guy don't think you have antennas on your cells. Go do your research. They're like antennas, okay? And a receiver. Antennas are the easiest language so that you and I can understand them. It just basically means on the cellular level of your cells, they have a function, a format, an appendage, a thing that picks up information from the field. We call that an antenna. You got that? All right. Now, when you render something, you are taking it from the field and you are converting it into what we call matter. Matter is physical stuff that you and I touch. They call that matter. What matter actually is another form of energy. It just vibrates at a higher, denser rate. It vibrates so fast, it produces and looks to you and I as solidity. But it's still the same thing as energy, which is what? What is energy? Look, energy. I'm moving my hands back and forth. It is transparent. Energy, you can manipulate it, you can move it, you can render it. So when you see physical reality, you get intimidated. The reason why people get intimidated, because they see solidity. They touch the wall, the brain says the wall is solid. So when they have solidity in their heads, they can't think in the next level of consciousness that this wall is actually an illusion. I can actually, right? I can actually change my reality. It's not going to magically appear instantly, but if I repeat something, it matters in a matter of repetition. Matter and energy are not the same. Energy is not an aspect. Can someone educate this person here? Can someone please educate this guy? Matter and energy are one and the same, my friends. So go ahead, educate this person. All right. I just explained to you matter and energy are one and the same. Let me explain something to you. Let's use water. Let me show this guy something. Let me get this guy something simple. Let's use water. Water have different states. Water have liquid, water have solid, ice. Water have steam. It's the same thing. It's in different states. Matter, energy, the same thing in different states. Okay, you're learning something today. So this is the reason you came on here. Good for you. Yeah, he may be trolling, but he's trolling because he doesn't understand, which is good, so he can learn. Yes, so once you start to implement this, right, you start to change your world. Now, the beauty of all of this stuff is the rendering process. The rendering process is controlled by you, the observer. The observer can imagine different scenes. These different scenes can do what? What these different scenes can do? Let me put this guy into a parallel universe. There we go. Bye-bye. All right. So in the universe or the multiverse, you have imagination. Your imagination create worlds. So yes, so the more you're imagining having something, it will be yours. Just like, remember, just how I imagined winning the lottery and buying my car, and I repeated it, and guess what happened? It materialized into physical reality. And remember I told you, I said it materialized the exact way I visualized it, right down to the T. That's an example of what will happen for you if you follow the process. That's point blank how it works. This is what is being held from you in schools. The power of using your mind to render your reality. That is a thing they stay away from. You notice it's not a course in school or university. It's not a course in elementary. It's not something that you turn on and there's a tutorial. Hey, da-da-da, remember to visualize today. Hey, none of that is out there in the matrix. It's stuffed in the back. It's done for a reason. People got to be wise. I understand that. Got it? Yes, 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 yes. So now you kind of have an understanding of how the process works, the system works, and you can go and live your best life because you deserve to do it, right? It's all about you. Just remember the main thing is really now, don't look for stuff, focus on stuff. When you focus on something, you are creating the entanglement of the energy. You are now telling the thing that you're focusing on to focus back on you. You're not looking for it now. So your subconscious is not in a looking mode, which is not there for you. When you're in a focus mode, it means it's in front of you, right? If you're focusing on something, it's in the present. When you're looking for something, it's not there. So the key word is focus. So every time you hear me talk, Mark, if you notice something about Mark always talks about focus on what you want. Why do you keep saying the word focus? Now you know why. It's something to get my subconscious to stay in the state of the present. So what I want is already here. So all I'm doing is I'm amplifying the vibration of what it is that I want. And the thing that I'm focusing on is also amplifying its vibration to match my vibration. When two vibrations match, reality is born. Got it? When two things match, you get what we call critical mass, an explosion, and that's when manifestation comes into existence. In other words, when two vibrations match, you get your lottery win. You get the house. Your health improves. The job gets more raised. Your business takes off. Whatever you want comes into what we call fruition. That's the name of the game. So when you focus on it, it focuses back on you. Exchange of energy gets to a point, critical mass. When it explodes, that's the process of moving from the non-physical into the physical, where you get to experience it. Now you got it, and now you know. And for more, you can check the book out. This is the lottery book, How to Manifest a Lottery Using Quantum Physics, Amazon. And this is more the cheat code to mastering the game of life. Available. It will definitely help you in your understanding implementation of the name of the game. There you have it. Also, my one-on-one coaching platform open. Help you one-on-one. All right. So let me say one more thing. When I say focus on what you want, okay, it means when you're thinking of something, you think of it, or you think from it, having it, not think from it outside. In other words, when I talk about focusing on what you want, it means to imagine whatever you want as you already have it. So you're imagining the life with it, having it, what it would look like, experiencing. That's what I mean when I talk about focus on what you want. It doesn't mean focus on something in the future. It means you're thinking the lottery. If you're doing the lottery and you're manifesting the lottery, focusing on the lottery means that you're thinking about your life after winning, what you'll be doing with while you're winning, why you won. That is focus. You're not doing like, I hope I win, maybe this will happen. No. So now you get the definition of focus. And I will see you guys next time.